All right, guys, so here's another mobility and movement flow warm-up type session for you. These are quick hitter sessions, so it should take you anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. These sessions are not just designed to get you sweating, although that is a nice perk. They're designed to help you make progress. So transitioning your thought process from just kind of going through the motions, we'll say, in the warm-up, but really pivoting from that idea to really putting forth an effort with some of these drills over time with repetition and consistency. If you were to take a video of yourself today versus in 3 months and you were consistent along the way, you would see a pretty dramatic difference in how you move. Whatever you do consistently, habitually, you will become better at, you will become more efficient at, and you can refine your technique and how complex that is. So that's my rambling moment. Let's get into the mobility work here. So let's assume the 90-90 position, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. Nice rectangle, shin bone is parallel with the femur of the trailing leg. Torso is as upright as possible. So the first movement here is going to be a lean out over the front leg. Again, we're trying to pull this shin bone up to meet our chest. Now we're pushing the shin bone back into the floor. Now let's pivot through the middle, bear sit transition until we come across to the other side. Now we're in the 90-90 position. Once again, I'd like you to rotate out over the front knee. I like to extend my arms and really try to rotate as much as possible. Then we're going to pivot back through. Bear sit to the lean, and so we go. That was 1 rep. Open up, slide across, rotate out over the front leg. So when I'm opening up for this bear sit, I'm on the ball of my foot. I'm trying to keep this knee down as long as possible. Eventually, I cannot keep that knee down, and that's when I start to slide across the middle. Land on the other side, lean over, pull that shin towards you actively, push that shin back into the floor actively. Again, opening up, really pry that leg open, 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 nothing happening over here until finally that knee comes up. Slide across and into this rotation. Open up again, slide across. Let's get some tempo to this now that you know what's going on, so we can make our way through this warm-up. Open, knee down, rotate, open. Find that 90-90 position. If you have to readjust, you'll notice sometimes I have to readjust just a little bit, that's fine. You can land in a textbook 90-90 position, that's awesome. Don't be afraid to resituate. Rotate, and across. Okay, so this time I'm going to face you so you can kind of see what my body's doing. Hopefully I don't run into my squat rack behind me. So leaning out over the front, pulling my shin toward me, pushing my shin down, opening up, nothing happening, trying to stay as upright as possible. You can see my body position isn't here, shoulders are back, head is up, rotate out, return. And now that you've got this, we can really get some flow to this. Keep moving, open up, stay tall, rotate out, big rotation, open, shin to chest, shin into the floor, open, find my 90-90, rotate out over that lead leg, return, open. Good. Rotate, stay tall. We're gonna do one more because per usual, I lost count. So if you lose count, you do another one for good measure. One more rep never hurt anybody. Rotate, big rotation, and back. Okay. 5 reps per exercise. Now we're moving on to crab reach, okay? So, let's start in a crab position, static crab. So, find a midway point between your heels and your hands. Butt starts 1 inch above the floor. Starting on the right side, come up diagonally over the top, drive with the legs, back down. Not gonna waste a lot of time here. Alternating between right and left. Behind the floor. Drive those hips up, really reach. Drive those hips up. Very active through the glutes and hamstrings. This is an awesome exercise. A lot going on. Very beneficial. Last rep. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to do some prone swimmers. Now I'm going to try to put myself in a good position where you guys can see what's going on. I like to roll up the towel for my head. Just rest my forehead here. I think we're in a good spot so you can see. Okay. So we're going to go thumbs up. So thumbs up. Hands come off the floor, arms come off the floor. Arms make their way to a T position, thumbs are still up, where I start to internally rotate. And now, I joke about it, because it is a joke, but get into that handcuff position, palms are facing the ceiling, backs of the hands are off your back if possible. Rotate back, when I get to that T position, turn the hands. Man, my towel is not working today. Let me start again. Sorry, guys. Okay. So we'll call that 1 rep. Let's get 5. Get those arms as high as possible. Okay? Not just surviving, thriving with these drills. What do I mean by that? I want you to really challenge yourself. Get those arms as high as possible for as long as possible. If you need to take a rest right here, that's fine. Reset, take a breath, get back into it. It's a tough drill for the shoulders. It's a long drill. Internal rotation. Really reach. Palms facing the ceiling, you're bending at the elbows. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but these are called prone swimmers. I don't know why I just thought of that, but I don't remember if I mentioned it. Pause here. You try to get some more out of this. Arms behind. Articulate right here. Thumbs up and down. Nice job. That's a tough drill. It's It's a really tough drill. Okay. So now, we're gonna go to some hip flexor lift-offs. These are a great drill. These are all great drills. So I've got a tennis ball. I just want to use the ball as a, to help me challenge myself to get my leg over this. So you don't have to have anything. You're gonna have something laying around the house or the apartment that you can use to get up and over. I'm just gonna use the ball for this video. It should be noted that I'd like you to use an object that is at a height that's extremely challenging for you, okay? So whatever you can control the most, okay? I really want you to be at your threshold as far as coming up and over. If it's low, that's fine. If you can't get your leg off the floor, that's fine. Again, mobility drills, that's gonna come with time, okay? These are really hard drills. They're designed to be really focused in a certain area. And a lot of times with mobility drills, you're gonna cramp and you're not gonna be able to actually do the drill as you see me do it. So if you're just trying as hard as you can to get your leg off the floor, but just skimming, great. Because in a few weeks, you're gonna be doing this. And then in a month, you might be doing this, okay? So that's what it's all about, progression. So, what am I doing here? So I'm gonna put this tennis ball right here. I'm going to, hand placement for me doesn't matter. What matters to me is that you have an upright chest. So I'm gonna go palms here, point the toes up and over that tennis ball. Slow and controlled, okay? As high as you possibly can, come across, set down, softly, up and over. If you wanted to make this harder, you could lean forward, okay? Up and over. We'll do 5 reps. What's interesting about mobility training, and this kind of runs parallel with resistance training, is that people will judge the exercise on rep number 1. So how difficult is this exercise on rep 1? When you get to rep 4, rep 5, that's when the realization kicks in that it's actually a difficult exercise. So people will do rep 1 and they'll go, oh, I need a higher XYZ, I'll add more weight. Wait till you get to rep 4 and 5, especially if you're doing this with control, okay? Body's upright. Slow landings, time under tension. If we were being really strict about this, you could sit with your back against the wall, and the wall creates a block, so you can't cheat. So you're always going to be in that upright position. You can't lean backwards. Just for the sake of this video, have one on the floor. So we're going to do it this way, and this works just fine. So I don't know how you guys are feeling, but right now my hip flexors have a little bit of warmth in them. I'm going to do one more rep, because as you know, my rule is if you lose count, do another one. Up as high as possible, knees straight. Down. Lovely. It's amazing what strengthening your hip flexors will do for your overall movement, but also giving your hip flexors some love with strength and some time under tension. You'd be really surprised at if you stand up and you feel like, oh gosh, I just feel like my hip flexors are tight. I think I need to stretch them. A lot of people, what they need is strength. So it's interesting sometimes when you apply some strength work to areas that are tight, what happens. I mean, they end up feeling like you don't need to stretch at all, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's finish this out. We're already at almost 16 minutes. We are going to do some scorpions. Tuck my shirt in so you can save you guys from my pale white body here. So when I get into the scorpion position or this downward dog position, sometimes I just like to walk the feet a little bit, okay? Loosen up those calves. Just give your body a chance to acclimate to the work here. So when you're ready, let's lift that leg up and behind. Palms stay flat on the floor. We're just going to alternate legs. Up and behind. Big stretch in the side body. I feel this in the hips. Nice and easy. No reason to rush through this. One thing that I like to think about with these scorpions is trying to keep my ears in between my elbows. So my head's not here, my head's not here. My head is just situated between my arms, ears between the elbows. Okay? Big reach, open up. Last one. Big reach. Awesome. Okay, guys. So that's a really good example of some mobility drills, some active range of motion drills, some movement flow drills. There's what, 5 exercises? So you could take those 5 exercises. We're at about 17 minutes. I did some talking, but you could really whiz through those, and you could complete those in about 12 minutes. Go into your workout, move on with your day.